Hello everybody, welcome back to another Path of Titans video, where we're basically going to be starting a new series, and it's going to be called Everything Wrong, and it's where we basically discuss everything that's wrong with the current dinosaur that we'll be covering in the video. So for example, this video would be everything wrong with the T-Rex. And this is not to just bash the T-Rex or anything, it's more to give like criticism or feedback on the problems the T-Rex has. And as always, you guys can go in the comments and give me your thoughts on the T-Rex as well, things that you hope that they can change or fix, and then hopefully one of these days developers will see some of this feedback and make some good changes. But I thought we would start off with the T-Rex because I feel like he's been through it a lot since he got released till now. So I'm just going to go over my thoughts on the T-Rex and what I think they need to fix. So you guys remember when the T-Rex first came out, he was basically the most intimidating, the strongest dino in the game, and no one really messed with him as long as when he was an adult. Obviously when he's a baby he gets attacked and killed all the time because he's a Rex. But no one really messed with you once you reached adult, and I feel like after they nerfed him, that pretty much changed. He used to have 1000 HP, and they lowered it to 800 HP. He used to have 7000 combat weight, and they lowered it to 6500 combat weight. He used to have thick scales, and they took that out, so you can't really do an extra bulky defense build. They instead put on lightweight scales, which decreases his turning speed, which is already ass, by 25%. And then they have resilience scales, which increases bleed and venom healing. That one can be good, but my go-to for the T-Rex was always the thick scales because it gave him more armor. Now they did give him Deep Rumble, the voice call, which is pretty good. It decreases incoming damage by 20% for 30 seconds. So you get 30 seconds of 20% less incoming damage. That one is good. But the Tyrant Roar, normally I'm a solo player, right? So the Tyrant Roar used to help me in 1v1s against other T-Rexes or big herbivores. Now, the Tyrant Roar can only be used in a group setting, so you cannot use it for yourself, which I feel like is another nerf to the T-Rex. And then we have the problems when it comes to growing a T-Rex. So growing a T-Rex can be a pain, mostly because as they're growing, they get slower, their stamina is not the best, so traveling from, place to place to do questing can take a while. Another thing is, a lot of players like to just KOS, kill on sight, other T-Rexes, especially if you're a baby. They don't want you to grow. They see you as a threat. So growing a T-Rex, at least from my experience, I ended up dying a lot to other dinos. They would just chase me down, kill me, and because you're a T-Rex, you're not the fastest dino in the game, so a lot of dinos would be able to keep up with you and chase you down and kill you, which I feel like was very, very annoying. And I know that's part of the game, but it's just something you have to deal with when you're growing a T-Rex. And overall, I feel like the T-Rex just lost that intimidation, he lost that strength factor. Now, I hate to say it, but this game is pretty much run by the herbivores. I mean, an EO Trike, a Bars, most of those can pretty much kill a T-Rex solo. And I know a lot of you are going to comment saying, no, I kill herbs with my T-Rex all the time. Well, it really depends on a skill issue, but majority of the time, a Trike with sharpened horns can easily take out a T-Rex, especially now that the T-Rex's health and combat weight got nerfed, and he doesn't have thick scales to be extra bulky and tanky. He's definitely a little bit weaker now. Especially when I feel like after all these updates, a lot of the other dinos are getting good buffs, while the T-Rex just either gets nerfs or he just sits the same and he doesn't really, get any type of strength to him. He also has very slow stamina recovery, and he has really bad health recovery as well. So if you get injured and you have to recover your health, you're going to have to be somewhere for a long time before you can actually get your health back up. And stamina is the same thing. Your stamina drain, you need to be somewhere safe to get your stamina back up. And because you're so big and so slow, once a dinosaur senses you're out of stamina, they're just going to charge at you, pick at you. But in my opinion, to make the Rex a little bit better, what I think they should do is just increase his HP back up to 1000. He should be the one with at least the highest health in the game. It only makes sense. The combat weight, I know they dropped it to 6500, but they should at least do it to 6750 or something. I just don't think they should have nerfed his combat weight and his HP to begin with. I feel like he's supposed to be strong. Maybe they could have increased the growth time on him when it comes to official servers, make it take him longer to grow. But other than that though, I don't know. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on everything that they can do to fix the T-Rex or make him a little bit better, or do you think he is good where he's at right now? Like I said, this is not me bashing the game or anything. This is just me trying to give criticism and feedback. But if you guys want me to do this type of video for like every dino, then let me know in the comments. This is basically a new series I'm trying to see how it plays out. And if I see you guys enjoy it, then I will do more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.